Hey, there he is.
Yo, 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 what's going down, man?
Not much, bro. Just chilling.
Facts. Same here, bro. Just chilling and grateful to be here on podcast 54. You know, sometimes it's just hard to believe that we on this number of podcasts right now.
Bro. And I just looked on the Spotify, bro, and we've had a major spike in our views in the last couple days. Like major.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's from the YouTube videos or what, but
Well, it's
we got like 100 plays in the last day, bro.
It's from the YouTube videos, you know, and plus I stopped making YouTube videos for a while, you know, so you know, things won't be appreciated until it's gone. And I feel like me being gone for a bit will make people start watching our shit more.
There you go.
You know, just keeping it real, bro. And plus I'm, you know, not saying I'm tired of the YouTube videos, but I'm taking a break from that shit. You know, and I'm gonna put more of my energy into this podcast because I feel like this is more important right now. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Not saying I'm not gonna ever make YouTube videos again. I'm just on a break from that shit. You know what I'm saying? This is more important to me right now is this.
Yeah, bro. Well, I appreciate you putting more energy into this, bro.
Yeah. You know, that's what I feel like God wants me to do. You know, I put a lot of energy into showing my face on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Now I need to put more energy into this. This is more important. You know, and people are probably spreading the word, you know, about the podcast, so that's why it's going up.
Man, that's cool.
You know, the word gets around about this shit. You know what I'm saying? It just takes a little bit of time, but it gets around. You feel me? Straight up, you know, God is good, bro. That's all I gotta say. Let me knock this intro out.
All right, bro.
Welcome to the Unchained podcast, everybody. This is your boy SpiritWar Martin, along with his podcast partner Sebastian. Ooh-wee, the greatest tag team in history. Come on now. Always put God first and become your inner lion in this spiritual work. Boy, listen here.
How you been feeling today, man?
Man, I've been feeling all right, man. You know, just been having both of the kids, you know, both of them. So it's a handicap match, you know, just me by myself versus two kids. That's a lot of shit going on for a single.
Yeah.
You know, for a single man out here, that is a lot of shit. So I'll be trying to make sure I don't go batshit crazy while going through this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, you got to be strong for this shit. And I'm just thankful for God and the kingdom of the Holy Spirit for semen retention. Because I feel like if I wasn't on semen retention, I wouldn't even be doing what I'm doing. On some real shit.
Probably not, bro. Probably not.
You know, I'm just grateful for this journey right now because I'm doing the right shit now that I'm controlling that sexual power and not out here chasing after bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the crew, you know, being safe with my kids, bro. You feel me?
Yeah. You know what I was thinking about, like, you know, when you control the sexual urges and stuff, you know, our old self, you know, if you were like me, I feel like I would load up, you know, the websites and I would probably bust the nut like at least once a day. You know what I mean? Maybe like once a night or something. I feel like instead of busting a nut, it's like we make a podcast. You know what I mean? So we transmute the energy into this. And look, we already got 54 episodes, so it's like as soon as you start controlling those urges, I mean, your energy goes into all the other areas and starts going crazy.
Facts, bro. That is the absolute truth. Yeah, when you control that sexual urge and that sexual energy, you start putting that shit in all different types of just different activities, you know what I'm saying? Positive activities, and you'll notice that you will just casually get a lot of shit done, and you barely try. You know, you barely trying though. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've noticed being on this SR journey. You know, just putting all that sexual power into this, you know, transmuting it into this podcast, which is helping people. You know, that just shows how powerful it is to control your sexual urge, bro, and use it for some other shit. You know, like doing the right shit, and not only just doing the right shit, but your self-value and your self-respect goes through the roof. You know what I'm saying? And you're operating in your godly essence. And ever since I started doing this shit, it's like a rabbit hole that is just deep, fam. And sometimes I'll be getting overwhelmed because of how many years I went without doing the right shit. So now that I'm operating and doing the right shit, it's just like, man, you know, it's hard to deal with sometimes because it's a whole different way of operating and a whole different way of life. You know what I'm saying? It's bizarre, but it's a blessing, and I'm grateful for it because God is blessing me with all this. You know, He blessing with me, you know, blessing me with all this, blessing me with you as a podcast partner, you know, and just, it's hard to explain, but I know you feel me, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And it's definitely a trip, and it's embarrassing and it's shameful, you know what I mean, to look back on our old self. And you know, I get those emotions a lot, man. The same as you. It's overwhelming. You know, sometimes I'm just like, man, yeah, I'm very grateful, but at the same time, sometimes when I think about that, it kind of gets me a little shook, you know, to think about how far gone I was, and you know, it's just how it is. You know, I think it's important for us to process that emotion. You know, anybody that's been in a dark place, you know, lost for however long, and then, you know, you find yourself coming out of it. I think it's important to look back on that and really understand what was actually going on and feel those emotions, you know, so you can process it. You know, don't try to run from those emotions, because those emotions, you know, if you're anything like me, those are the emotions that I tried to mask for the longest time. You know, those feelings of like, I'm not good enough, I don't know who I am, you know, I don't have a purpose in life, I don't have all this shit. You know, I was just very confused, and now that I have all this stuff, it's very, like, it's overwhelming, and I'm very grateful a lot of the time, but it's also a trip, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely a trip, bro. It's like, literally, like when you start holding on to that sexual power, bro, it's like a light switch, you feel me? You know, you had it turned off for so long. Like we had the spiritual router just turned off, and no Wi-Fi connection inside your body. You know, it's like the broadband was just cut off and shit. You know, and so spiritually, you know what I mean? Just spiritually broke out here. Spiritually broke with no spiritual money. Not able to pay the damn Wi-Fi bill. You feel me? The spiritual Wi-Fi bill, because you just spiritually broke out here. And then when you go on SR, you just saving all types of spiritual money, and the Wi-Fi bill got paid. So now you connected to the universe. Ain't that something?
Yeah, bro, connected, yeah.
You know, that's what it's like.
Analogy right there.
You know, that's what it's like. You stacking up your spiritual money now from holding your life force in. So now you paying the spiritual Wi-Fi bill, and now your spiritual router's turned on, and you out here walking like a Christmas tree and shit, just lit up.
Yeah, people are like trying to figure out what type of service you got.
You know what I'm saying? Just trying to figure you out, bro, but they can't because you connected to the universe, so your power level is strong, but at the same time it's undetectable type shit. You know, because you just operating on a whole different ass frequency, bro. You ain't in the lower nature no more and disconnected from the universe. Your spiritual Wi-Fi bill done got paid, my boy. That shit done got paid like crazy. And, you know, that's done got paid, and God is proud of you now, and now all the blessings is gonna come because we eliminated a lot of bullshit out of our life, you know, that was blocking us spiritually because we was spending that spiritual money, and now that it's being saved, all types of shit about to happen now, you know.
Exactly. You just gotta stay obedient. You know what I mean? Don't be doing all this crazy shit and sinning all the time, living in lust and drinking alcohol. You know, all that old stuff that we used to do. You know, as long as we stay on the right path, and this goes for anybody. You know, as long as you stay on the right path and you're living in God's will, you know, he's going to bless you, and he's going to bless you with abundance, you know, to the point where, like, your cup is going to be overflowing.
Yes, absolutely, bro. That's exactly how it is. You know, it's like we grown men and shit, right? You know, it's like when you start doing the right shit, it's like being a kid. Like, it's being a child that's obedient to his parent. You know, when you just do the right shit and just be a good kid. It's the same thing for when you an adult, except, you know, God is your whole heavenly Father, bro. So it's like when you doing the right shit and behaving good, he gonna reward you just like your actual parents in your lifetime. You know, except it's all spiritual, you feel me, which is way more powerful. It's not materialistic and it's not carnal. It's from the divine power source. It's way, you know, it's a way bigger parent that we have than our actual biological parents, and that's the Heavenly Father.
Yeah.
You know, I'm making sure I'm connected to the big homie upstairs and make him proud, because, man, listen, he was sitting back watching me do all that bullshit that I was doing, just like, man, when are you gonna get tired of this shit, bro? You know, just know I'm gonna be here whenever you get tired of doing what you're doing. And got tired of being on the porn sites and wasting all my spiritual money on bullshit up out here and all these distractions going on that society got set up for us. You know, society got all these bear traps and shit set up for us men out here. You know, just distracted out here, spending all the spiritual money, you know, and then end up feeling like shit later on and be wondering why and shit. You know, like, why do I feel the way I do? Because, you know, a lot of people just do not have self-awareness at all. You know, no self-awareness, or just they don't sit down to see how they feel about shit or what's really going on. You know, being in the present moment is real powerful, bro. That's how we all gotta operate. But sometimes, you know, it's a lot to handle when you're in the present moment and not distracted. You know, that's real shit, but it makes you strong as hell.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah, bro, I definitely feel you. And I just wanted to touch on what you were saying right there towards the end about how people start questioning. You know, I have buddies that, bro, like, they're still stuck in that thing where, like, yeah, they got jobs and you know, they're self-supporting and stuff like that, but, like, after work, you know, I'm asking them, like, what they do, and they're like, oh, I've just come home and play video games and sit on the couch, and, you know what I mean? They're doing all that stuff that we talk about, playing video games, ordering greasy food, and drinking a bunch of soda and all this type of shit. And then they're, like, wondering why their life isn't, you know, they're wondering why they're depressed. And I'm like, well, bro, you got to put in, like, you know, I try to tell everyone, like, you have to put in the work. It's not just going to come to you. You know, you have to put in the work as far as, like, you know, having a good mental health and having a good spiritual health. you know, both of those things take work. You know, if you just sit around and expect things to go, I mean, you can't even sit around and like something like, you got to do a lot of work, bro. Like every day I'm putting in work. You know, I'm praying all the time, you know, thinking about God consciously, talking out loud to God, communicating with him, watching sermons, watching different type of content about God to keep myself focused on, you know, keeping my eye on the prize.
Facts.
You know, and then I'm doing my workouts, I'm drinking water all the time. All of this stuff is basically like an investment for my mental and my spiritual health. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not hitting all these areas, I'm going to be feeling off in some kind of way. So it's all about, like, once you get in that zone where you realize that all these things are some things that you need to do every day, and there's a daily routine, you know, your self-care, it starts to go way up, and all of these things become like a self-care exercise. You know, when you start loving yourself more, so you're going to start doing these things more, because you know that this is what you need to feel good out here. So there's a lot of people, man, who just are on bullshit, and then they're wondering why their life isn't very good.
Absolute facts, bro. Because looking at my old self, that's how I was and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just out here thinking what I was doing was okay and wasn't putting in no work. And the thing that people need to understand about putting in work, it's simple as hell. You know, putting in work is just as simple as doing something that's the right shit. Like, you know, the small things, you know, like obviously, you know, praying to God, putting God first, and reading your Bible or whatever you're doing. You know, just stay connected with the big homie and always do the right shit. Like, keep the house clean, do the dishes, you know, do the laundry, you know, sweep the floor, you know, just shit that's simple like that is putting in the work, because it helps you become better as a person out here, you know, instead of just, you know, coming home and sitting down and just deteriorating away, and you got, you know, empty energy drink cans and shit just sitting around, and, you know, forks and spoons and plates and all this shit just sitting around, because that's how I used to be, bro. You know, come home from work and shit and just got shit just all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Just not in the present moment, fam. You know, and you know, I was tired, yes, but I didn't have the wisdom or the mindset to be in the present moment. You feel me? I'd come home and just get on the phone or some shit and worry about what everybody else is doing on social media instead of worrying about what I got right in front of me. You know what I mean? And that shit is dangerous as hell for us people out here. That shit, you know, that shit is dangerous, bro, when you not paying attention to what you got in front of you and you worried about everything else about here. You know, that shit, bro, that ain't no joke. And that, like, looking at my old self, that's how I was. That's why I make sure that I be tunnel vision as hell about here. You know, just straight tunnel vision. You watch that that movie called The Biker Boys?
No, I've never seen it.
Well, Lawrence Fishburne is an actor in it, and I guess he's like the father of this kid who had a lot of potential and was running this biker boy gang or whatever it's called. But Lawrence Fishburne is like the father, but he's like a legendary motorcycle racer and shit, right? And whenever his ass would get on that motorcycle, it's like as soon as he would take off, his ass would look forward and that shit would turn to tunnel vision, fam. I mean, tunnel vision like crazy. It's like he riding that motorcycle fast as hell, and then he just zone in and it just becomes like circle vision. You know what I'm saying? Just focused on the damn pathway, bro. And that's how I be feeling. Like Lawrence Fishburne off the Biker Boys and shit. Now that I'm on SR. You feel me?
Yeah, that's how it is. I mean, I'm the same way. It's tunnel vision, man. That's one of the main things that I like to talk about whenever I talk to people about semen retention. I actually just had a homie of mine that I've known for a few years now. We actually we were in sobriety together a few years back, and I was just chopping up with the homie, and you know, he said he's gonna try to go on semen retention. I basically put him on a little bit, and he was very intrigued. You know what I mean? So I feel like he's someone that could thrive on semen retention, and that's one of the things I was telling him, bro, is that focus that you get. I'm like, man, it's like, as soon as, you know, if you have any type of goals that you want to achieve before semen retention, and then you go on semen retention, you're going to notice yourself starting to hit those goals, like, pretty damn quick.
Yeah, man. It's pretty quick. It's like, as soon as you go on semen retention and start to, you know, save that spiritual money, because I, you know, consider our life force, that's spiritual money, because it creates life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit can create a whole ass person. And, you know, we, you know, a lot of us out here is just busting that shit out, bro. Just killing ourselves, when that shit is universal and can create a whole nother human being. Man, we got to keep that shit inside of us, bro, because that's some powerful shit. You know, it's real powerful, man. And it's crazy how society got it set up to where they just want you to just bust nuts left and right, fam, and how lustful it is and shit. You know, it's like they don't want nobody to be Super Saiyan about here at all. You know, they don't want nobody to be Super Saiyan out here, and that shit is heartbreaking. But it's up to us people to raise the awareness of how powerful this shit is. Because when you go on SR, bro, you is just a savage about here, bro. No matter what you doing, when you just control that sexual energy in general, you's a serious ass dude out here. On top of putting God first too. Yeah, the devil don't like that. His punk ass over there just mad as hell over there, just hating. Over there hating like Debo and shit. You know? Yeah. Just a fucking bully. But he over there hating and shit. You know what I'm saying? Just, yeah, bro. It's bizarre.
Man. Real bizarre. The devil definitely he despises semen retention because this is one of the most powerful things that I've ever done in my whole life. So, you know, he has to despise it.
Of course his punk ass despise it, man, because all he wants is everybody to be lustful, you know, just lustful and just unaware of they fullest potential for themselves. You know, and he got all these distractions and shit set up, and using a lot of these people who are rich and run shit, you know what I'm saying? Just using them to just use they power and influence in the wrong way. You know, it's just the devil out here working, bro, like crazy, you know, in the spirit world, you know, because he got kicked up out of heaven and shit, or you know how that story go. You know, I'm not too religious. You know, I just know he got his ass kicked up out of heaven and came down here and started, you know, running the music industry and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just deceiving the hell out of people. And what Shakespeare say? Shakespeare said that life is a giant play or some shit, right? Yeah, man, that's what it's like, man. A lot of these rich ass celebrities out here just playing characters, bro. Just out here fake as hell, and just got people wanting to live like them instead of trying to figure out themselves, you know. All
just misguiding the masses, bro.
Yeah, bro, just misguiding people like crazy with all this fake ass shit going on, you know. Like, you remember that TV show called MTV Cribs?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, these mobs is supposedly got this big ass house and all these cars and shit. You know what I'm saying? All them cars, they don't even own that shit. All them cars is rented. You feel me? They got like 5 or 6 cars in the driveway and shit. You know what I'm saying? On the MTV Cribs, this shit, they don't even own that shit, bro. It's all rented. Fuck out of here.
Right. They probably rented them just for that day because they knew exactly when they were going to be shooting those episodes.
Right. You feel me? It was just
bring the cars on over.
Listen. Just fake as hell, bro.
It's all fabricated.
Man, that shit is literally like soulless ass behavior. That's what happened when you sell your soul. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Sell your soul, shit become fake as hell, bro.
That's what happens when you follow the dark side, bro. It's all fake. It's all bullshit. God is the one true God that's going to lead you to salvation and lead you to feeling love and peace and joy. You know, that other side is all fake. It's all bullshit.
Facts. It is, bro. You know, and it's real, you know, mentally unhealthy to be living in that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit will mess your head up, bro. You know, and I've seen it happen to so many celebrities and shit, you know, after they be famous or whatever, you know, they just realize it was a big mistake even going down that pathway.
Right? They start feeling remorse.
Remorse like crazy, bro. It's not worth it, man. You know, just stay connected with God and away from that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it might not hit you at first, but it's gonna come back and bite you in the ass later, and you're gonna be like, damn, like what the hell did I do? You know what I'm saying? They, you know, signing that contract ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Bro. Signing that contract ain't worth it. Go ahead, bro.
I just said I'm good on all of that type of stuff, man. Like, it's just very clear to me. It's just very clear to me, and I'm grateful that it's clear. You know, God's got me set up to where it's very night and day. You know, all of this stuff is very clear to me, and you know, now all I want to do is live an obedient life. And, you know, to God, I just want to be a good person, and I want to be paying attention. You know, I'm basically in this zone where now I'm studying the Word of God, and I'm studying His commandments and these commands and stuff like that, because it's all true, bro. All this stuff. I'm watching all type of videos, you know, Bible studies and you know, I want to get, you know, as well versed as I can on all this stuff, so I know exactly how to live my life, because I want to please God, bro. I want to be a man of God. I want to please God, and that's the type of man that I want to be.
Facts, bro. You know, real shit. That's how I want to be too. You know, pleasing the big homie upstairs and not people about here. Because when you do that shit to people, bro, you gonna be in a bad situation. You know, and when you put God first, you ain't gonna never be in no bad situation. As far as how you feel, you know, as far as how your thoughts and everything go, because it's never no backstabbing or degenerate ass behavior, you know. And once again, shout out to the wrestling fans out there. You know, there's a lot of Degeneration X ass behavior going on out here, you know. Just Degeneration X as hell, bro. Like, what is going on about here? Backstabbing, you know, bringing each other down, using people up out here, you know, just Degeneration X as hell, bro. Like, what is going on? And that makes God sad, you know. And looking at my old self, that's how I used to behave. You feel me? Just degenerate and getting in the wrong crowds, toxic people. Because you know, when you get in these crowds with these toxic people, you start acting like how they act. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't even healthy, bro, because that's not who you are as a person. You feel me? Around these people that's basically blocking your blessings, bro. You know, when you get these people out of your life that's blocking your blessings, you're gonna notice that you're gonna take off as far as your well-being and far as your blessings, bro, because you ain't got all that extra bullshit around and putting your energy into that shit. You know, bro, that's important, man, is to get around like-minded people that's willing to help you grow as a person, and not sit around and be on some Agent Smith ass shit in the Matrix. You feel me? They act like they your friend, but they really just trying to keep you from elevating. You know, that's how the devil work. You know what I'm saying?
That's a crazy one right there.
That's what we got to look at. We got to pay attention to, you know, whoever we got around us or in our life, bro. If they not really trying to, you know, obviously like what we're doing, you know, we're doing a podcast together, and we always, you know, try to keep each other up in spirits and stuff. If you got people around you that don't do none of that shit, then they are not worth your time, bro. If they not checking on your well-being, then they ain't no real friend. You feel me? And if they just around because of y'all, you know, doing drinking alcohol or whatever the hell, you know, going on, but they don't check on how you are. They don't check on how you are as a person and see how you feeling and shit. That's an Agent Smith. Agent Smith is here.
Yeah, it's a telltale sign. I feel like, you know, you can just tell by the way people talk to you, bro. You know, like you said, if they ask you, you know, pay attention to what people are asking you. You know, when people are saying, you know, when they interact with you, like, are they really checking in with you? You know what I mean? On a deep level, how have you been? How are you feeling? What's going on with you? You know, mentally, spiritually, physically, all areas. You know, that's a real friend, and that's you know, it's not always guys. You know, females too. But you know, when it comes to us men out here, bro, you know, it's got to be like a brotherhood. You know, we were talking about this earlier, and yeah, bro. I mean, if you really care about somebody, especially people on the spiritual path, and especially semen retention, because this can be pretty lonely, but you know, we need to be treating each other like brothers out here, because you know, we live in a fucked up place, bro. So we need to be, you know, showing up for each other, and exactly like you said, checking. You know, if you really care about someone, you know, check on them and ask them the real questions. Don't just, it's not just this surface level bullshit talking about sports or music or different types of things like that. You know, what's important is asking, you know, what's going on? How are you? How's your family? You know, how are your kids? How's your job? How are the important things going? You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, absolutely, bro. Preach it, man. You know, preach that shit, bro, because what I've noticed, right, is the way people communicate, it's just weird, bro. Like, they just text and they'll ask you what you doing. You feel me? Like, what do you mean, what am I doing? Like, like, you know, that shit just be bothering the hell out of me, bro. You know, people be like, oh, what are you on? Or what you doing? You feel me? It's like brain fried bullshit, fam. I mean, just brain fried on the skillet, fam. Brain fried. Look, listen, listen.
Hell no.
Look, the brain done got fried on the skillet like a grilled cheese sandwich, and then got put back in the head.
Right, and it's just like, WYD, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, it's just so fun. It's weird, bro. That shit is so weird to me now. And looking at my old self before I got on semen retention, I used to be on that shit too. Like, just brain fried out here, fam, and no spiritual money. Yeah,
it's like, I feel like we should be asking, like, how are you, instead of what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Let's start changing it to H-A-Y. That took me. H-A-Y.
That's all right.
How are you?
Yup. You know, that's straight up H is H-A-Y-D.
How are you doing?
Yup. How are you doing? That's straight up. Yeah, facts.
instead of that WYD, because what does that even matter? Like, okay, yeah, I'm eating a sandwich right now. What's up? Like, what's up?
Right. Like, talking about what you doing. And then, you know, whenever I get that shit, I'll be flipping it around. You know, I flip it around like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You want to know what I'm doing so damn much. What are you doing for yourself? You feel me? And it's like, man, this shit is just weird, bro. Like, I know they trying to see what I'm doing, but that's the wrong approach to start a conversation. It's asking somebody what they doing. Like, I get offended when that shit happens now. I get offended like crazy, bro. You know, like
I feel like sorry, go ahead, bro.
Facts, bro. Like Michael Jordan and shit. You know, that TV show on Netflix called The Last Dance. With Michael Jordan and the Bulls and shit. You know what I'm saying? That man, Michael Jordan, used to always talk about how when somebody do something to tick him off, he always talking about how he be taking shit personal. You know, I take that damn WID or what you doing personal as hell, bro. You feel me? I take that shit personal as hell because number one, I don't like it. And number two, the shit is just weird. And number three, it's brain fried as hell, bro. Just literally brain fried, fam. Like, what do you mean? What am I doing? You know, if it was me, I'd be like, how are you? How was your day today? That's how you should be asking somebody something, not what are you doing? You know, how was your day today? You know, and not just coming off just, what are you doing?
Right.
You feel me?
I feel like it's something that should come in later. You know, if you really want to know what the other person is doing, like literally, like what they're doing, like I feel like that's like a question that should be later in the conversation. Like, I feel like the conversation should lead with, hey, you know, hello. How about a hello? And then how about a, you know, how are you? You know what I mean? Maybe a couple other questions, you know, before you get to the what are you doing type shit. You know what I mean?
Facts, bro. That's the damn absolute truth. It's just weird, bro. You know, it's obviously since, you know, going on semen retention and going on self-development, you know, you develop manners, you know, or, you know, you develop more respect towards stuff. And when you come across certain conversations or how it's started, you know, it's just weird sometimes because you can just read energy off of text messaging, and that's where we are in society now. It's a lot of texting going on and not person to person talking.
Yeah, that's most of the communicating nowadays, bro.
Yeah, man, it's very, very robotic. You feel me? Just robotic as hell. You know, mugs out here just doing the road, just
computer messages.
Right, computer messages like crazy, and you know, catfishing out here and shit. You know, just you know, shit is becoming like real fake, my dude. I mean, you know, it's hard to explain, but I know you feel me, bro.
Oh yeah, I feel you, man. That's why I try my best to, you know, we're being dehumanized with all this technology and social media and these phones. They're becoming so addicting. You know, we talk about this every couple episodes because it's at the forefront of our existence right now. You know, this is a big deal. You know, so we should be talking about it a lot. You know what I'm saying? But I try my best to lean into like being a human as much as I can be, bro. So like, when there's times when, like, you know, I got the phone put away, especially when I'm in public, bro, and I'm around and I'm amongst the people, and I go to like the grocery store, or I'm at work, or I go to the bank, or I go to the gym, or, you know, all my spots that I go to, I make sure that I'm very present. You know, when I'm seeing different people, you know, I make eye contact, bro, and I smile and I wave and I say hello and I try to be polite. You know what I mean? I try to spread the good word, you know, the way that God wants us to be. And it's even more important nowadays because everybody's, like you said, you know, robotic. So we got to do our part, you know. I forget who said it, but, you know, if we want to change, if there's something in the world that we feel that needs to be changed, the first step is changing it in yourself, you know what I mean? Changing your actions, you know? So it's on us to start that trend, you know, start to be more human again. You know, everybody's all dehumanized, so, you know, we gotta lean into going back to our old ways and being humans again.
Absolutely true, bro, because this direction that's going, man, this shit ain't this, you know, this is very dangerous, you know, because it takes you out of the present moment and shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't in the present moment and you got that phone up in your face.
Yeah.
That is activity for disaster. You know what I'm saying? And man, we can't be operating like that about here. Like you said, bro, we got to go back in time and do how they used to do shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? With the flip phone, or, you know, the Motorollaville. You feel me? And
yeah.
Like, you know, before this iPhone shit, you know, because this iPhone shit, bro, it's messing the brain up like crazy about here. And, you know, going on semen retention, it just opened up like a whole new realization to just how shit is out here, bro. Like, you literally, that shit will travel up from the base of your spine and go all the way up to your brain, and that light bulb go off, bro. Ooh, life is not the same, bro. You just be like, what the hell is going on out here? And yeah, like waking up, like you done finally, your third eye is just wide open, and it's just like, bro, what was I doing? You know, how was I even doing this shit? And then when you see how everybody else is doing it, it's literally like everybody's doing the same shit, damn near. You know what I mean? When you you know, cut out a lot of distractions and put God first, and you be in the present moment and put in that work on yourself, you will begin to see how everything is almost the same, bro. It's real bizarre. You know, you know, like a program. You feel me? It's just bizarre as hell. But we got to keep moving forward and put God first. And it all comes from you know, the way everything is now, social media, and a lot of these distractions and platforms and shit, and pornography, bro. You feel me?
Yeah.
And pornography is out here casting spells on people, and people out here just walking around with gargoyles floating around them and shit. You know, just out here looking at females like a piece of steak. You feel me? You know how they on a cartoon and shit, like Tom and Jerry. You know, like they'll visualize, like Tom used to visualize Jerry, little punk ass, was a little piece of steak or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's like that in real life. You know, when you are operating in that lower nature, bro, shit is just weird, and your brain is just not operating right, fam. It's real bizarre, and I don't wish that on nobody, because you become like a robot out here, and you become weird as hell, bro, because of that lust spell. Yeah, it's like a spell get cast on you from them porn sites, bro. And your whole perception of reality gets fucked up, dude. I mean, that shit is just it's contaminated, bro. It's contaminated like crazy from the devil and his punk ass army, bro. And looking at my old self, I was deep into that rabbit hole, bro. You know, out here just wasting my seed like I'm damn crazy and shit. You know what I mean? Just unnecessary as hell, bro.
Yeah, man. It's one of those moments, you know, especially the porn topic. It's definitely one of those moments, because I remember when I first heard about it, I would say a couple of years ago. This is just a few years ago, bro. You know, I started hearing about NoFap, and then I started hearing about like porn addiction and things like that. And I remember, you know, when I was in that headspace, you know, I thought those people were weird. I was like, this is crazy. I was like, this is, you know, they're overreacting. You know, we don't need to stop porn. Like, it's really not that big of a deal. Like, people are overreacting. You know that. So there's a lot of people that, you know, might hear this podcast and, you know, when we talk about it, and that's going to be their reaction. You know, they're going to think that we're going overboard, and, you know, porn's not that bad. I mean, that's how big of a chokehold that the enemy gets you in with this stuff. You know, it really takes like a smack in the face in some form or fashion, you know, from God, you know, to wake you up and to see clearly. You know, I feel like semen retention is kind of the thing that got me. You know, I started semen retention, and, you know, now everything's different the way I see everything. So it's very clear to me now. But, you know, there's a lot of people that, just like you said, you know, they got gargoyles and shit flying around. They don't even realize it. You know what I mean?
Hell no. They don't realize. They don't even know what the hell they doing. Or they don't even know that they are up under a spell. They think it's just okay to be out here watching porn and shit, not knowing that their brain is just retwisted into a whole different ass shape. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah, just out here just brain shaped all different, but you think it's just okay, you know. And I don't give a damn who listen to this and get offended and get mad. I'm talking from my personal experience, because looking at my old self, that's how I was out here weird as hell and thinking that watching porn is the right way to go, and it's obviously not, bro. It just turns you into a weird ass dude out here, and you become very weird. Like, you know, you're not able to handle criticism. You can't take criticism without getting emotional. You can't hardly do anything without just coming off weird, because you're wasting your spiritual money, and the devil has a full-blown hold of you. You know, that's why porn will make you just weird as hell, bro. And you know, you think it's normal, but when you come across, you know, individuals who are controlling their sexual energy, your ass is strange, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, it makes you creepy. Porn will make you creepy with women too. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. It will, bro. That's the damn truth. You just weird out here, bro. Like, it's just that because I'm looking at my old self, that's how I was. That's how I'm able to speak about this. Because I lived that lifestyle, and I know what it's like to, you know, to transition from that. And it all came from semen retention, bro. Controlling that sexual urge. And then I look at my old self now that I've been on this shit, this SR shit for a while, and this is like, man, there's a lot of other dudes that's going through that right now. A lot of other gentlemen out there that's going through this shit and don't even understand why they just come off weird. But they know they come off weird, but they over there watching that porno shit.
Right. It's because they haven't figured it out yet. They haven't figured out that, like, this is the reason why they're acting like that. They're clueless. You know, they're looking in all the other areas besides the porn area. You know, because they're clueless. They have no idea that this is what's going on. They have no idea that pornography and masturbation is like spiritually, you know, killing yourself. They don't even understand that concept. You know what I'm saying?
Absolute facts, bro. It comes down simply to controlling that sexual energy, bro. And if you're not controlling that sexual power, you are in trouble, bro. You know, I don't give a damn what people got to say. If you out here busting nuts all types of crazy ways and shit, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good for your health. You're literally getting rid of vitamins and minerals out of your body. You know, you just leaving yourself an empty vessel out here, and your power level aura around you is real small. You know, and I don't wish that on anybody, bro. I don't wish anybody out there to be busting nuts like they damn crazy and making a Super Saiyan power level aura around them just small, bro. You know. Yeah. And then on top of that, you know, probably being around toxic people as well. So they just, spiritual money just gone. You feel me? And that's how I used to be. Looking at my old self, bro, just spiritually broke. Didn't have no spiritual money, fam. Just out here tripping. You feel me?
Tripping, yeah. That's how it is, man. It just makes you weak. makes you weak, man. And it's I feel like it's one of those things where it's going to be very hard for the devil to try to get me to go back to living that lifestyle, because I feel like once you find SR and you start really understanding it, you know, when God really hits you with like the discernment and you start seeing things clearly, like how are you going to go back at that point, bro? It's like impossible. Like I could, if I ever even think about going back, I'm going to be so discouraged, and just like, you know, that's just a total sign that you just totally gave up, because the stuff that you receive when you go on semen retention is so next level that like you would just be an absolute fool to give it up.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you just be very idiotic to do this, because man, when you go on SR, bro, this shit ain't no joke. It's like a whole ass phenomenon. You feel me? A whole ass phenomenon that happens to you as a man when you hold your life force in. It's real hard to do for some of us out here, because Muggs is out here busting like 4 or 5 times a day, maybe even 7. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, once you learn how to control that shit, you'll become an entirely different dude out here, and a serious ass dude for your own well-being. You know, and not be lost out here, you know, just basically robotic, you know, just brain over there just breathing hard as hell, you know, brain ain't got no breath, you feel me, and internal organs on the inside just looking like raisins.
I was gonna say that right there, that raisin shit,
just dried up on the inside from busting nuts all the time, bro. Hold that shit in. You know, that's like the oil to your bodily system. You know, hold that shit in so you can be able to connect with God and get better for yourself. That's where it starts, and raise up your spiritual money. Straight up.
Yeah, I try to tell people when I talk about semen retention, the people that are interested in it, like I try to remind them that, you know, it's literally going to bring you back to that person that you were. You know, it's pretty much like that age range that I remember is like middle school through like early high school, bro, before you really started to get on the websites and start masturbating and then like doing substances. You know, everybody, I feel like, you know, as dudes out here, I feel like we all can relate, you know, to that like time period, to where like, you know, we were killing it. You know, I know we were kids, but like we had self-love, we had confidence. You know, I'm sure we had a lot more friends. You know, I'm sure that we all were talking to, you know, some girls back in the day. It's just night and day with the confidence and how you feel. And I'm sure, you know, we had a lot of different things that we were doing, and hobbies and interests, and we just had more of a zest for life. You know what I mean? Just more. Just every area is just night and day, you know what I'm saying? And that's what semen retention will do for you as an adult, is you basically go back to that person.
Yeah, bro, because listen, if you think about it, when we was kids and shit, before we started getting on the porn sites and doing all this toxic shit, we was connected to the universe, you know?
Exactly.
And then you get on them porn sites and shit, and you know, start drinking alcohol and hanging out with the wrong people, you basically disconnecting yourself from the universe. Because, you know, the way I feel and the way I look at the way my old self was, I felt disconnected as hell, but I just didn't ever understand it. You know, just disconnected like crazy, bro. And, you know, would have bad luck and wouldn't understand it, you know, but I'm over here busting nuts left and right. You feel me? Just having bad luck. You know, shit just not taking off, manifested a narcissistic ass relationship, you know, just all bad shit. You feel me? Bad shit from operating in that lust. You know, operating in that lust just caused so much bad shit for me, bro. And at the time, I didn't understand it, you know, and now that I'm on semen retention and connected back to the universe again, It's just like, damn, I see why this is so powerful to hold your sexual energy in, because you literally got a force field around you that protects you from bad shit, and you will repel bad energy away from you when you hold your life force in, bro. And then when you don't hold that shit in and you busting it, you just have all types of bad luck and shit, bro. And it's just bizarre how that is. It's because you ain't connected to the universe, bro, because you're not holding that spiritual Wi-Fi in. That's what I call it, that spiritual Wi-Fi to the big homie upstairs and the universe. When you not holding that shit in, you gonna have all types of bad luck up out here and not understand why. That's why it's important to have the wisdom to this shit. That sexual energy. That shit ain't no joke about here for us as men. If you're not controlling that, you out here just weird as hell, bro.
Yeah, there's a reason why it's like in the top three most deadly sins is sexual immorality and lust. It's like, might even be top 2. I think pride and lust are the worst ones, bro. In the Bible it says, like, it's very important for us to get away from the lust, man. It will literally destroy you as a man if you're living in your lust. It will destroy you just as bad as pride.
Yeah, it will destroy you like crazy, bro, and it'll make you have some toxic ass thoughts, bro. Like, your mind is just not right when you operating in that lower nature. Like I said, you look at women like a piece of steak every time you come around them. Just weird, bro. And
yeah, you're not even looking at them like they're human beings.
Yeah, bro, we got to look at women like human beings or spiritual beings and hold conversations with them. That's how you get people drawn in, is by a simple conversation. And a lot of men can't do this. Looking at my old self, I wasn't able to do this because I was over there on the porn site and shit. But now I'll be conversating with women like crazy, bro, just talking, and that's all I'm doing. Not even trying to not trying to get at them or trying to make it seem like I'm trying to swoop in on them. I'm just chopping it up. You feel me?
You know what? I just got a little bit of a detective message right there in real time. I feel like, we already talked about how it makes you creepy, but like, I feel like what it does is when we're watching the sites and then we go around women, it's almost like, so we got that skewed perception and we're looking at them like a piece of meat, right? It's almost like we forget to even have the step of like having, like what you just said about, a simple conversation. It's like, we'll see a girl and then we'll be, introduce ourselves, and then our mind is already just skipping right to thinking about the sex and potentially having sex with this person. So, our mind is already in that place. So when we're attempting to have like the conversation, it's going to come out weird because in the back of our mind, all we're thinking about is sex. We're not even respecting that person and giving them the respect to like listen to what they're saying properly. You know what I'm saying? We're basically not being present with them because our minds are elsewhere. Our minds are going to that sexual place and it gives us weird energy.
Ooh, bro. Yeah, you definitely did some detective work on that one, because that's absolutely true. These porn sites, it builds an expectation in your brain to where whenever you come around a woman, it skips past being in the present moment to just wanting to smash, and it just makes you come off weird because you don't even know how to hold a normal conversation because you done already jumped to the damn the sexual you done already jumped to the sexual zone.
Yeah.
Mentally done jumped to the sexual zone. So now you don't even know how to hold a conversation or be in the present moment because you done skipped fast forward past being a human. You done skipped fast forward in this video game we live in, because this is like a giant video game. This life is, bro. You done fast forward your thoughts and shit past being in the present moment and conversation. with this woman just wanting to smash, and it ruins the whole situation, because that's how I used to be. Just as
well, they can detect that shit, bro.
You know, yeah, I already know, bro. Shit is weird.
Because it's like, you know, it's like you're talking to the women, and they're basically saying things to you, right? And, you know, what we should be doing is just being in our frame and honoring whatever it is that they have to say. It doesn't matter what it is, you know, as a separate thing. You know, if our head is already in that place of like, oh, I'm going to try to have sex with this person while I'm conversating with them, it's almost like the whole conversation is contaminated with that.
Ooh,
so it's, you know what I'm saying? Spiritually.
Yeah.
The whole conversation, and they pick up on that. It's not like you're literally verbalizing like, I want to have sex with you, no, but everything else is saying that. I'm sure your body language, your tone of voice, the way your whatever kind of eye contact you're giving them, just weird shit, you know. And it's all subtle, and it's all created by that mindset of like, you know, I want to have sex with this person, instead of like, you know, I'm gonna go have a conversation with this other human being and see what's up. You know, it's just like, oh, this person looks good, I'm gonna try to get with them. Yeah, it turns you into just a weirdo, bro.
Yeah, it's real bizarre. I'm real grateful and blessed that we can sit back and analyze this shit, because a lot of individuals out there cannot analyze their own behavior. You know what I'm saying? And when you can just sit back and talk about how you used to be, that is powerful shit, because it's a lot of people who can relate to this shit right here, bro. This shit, you know, it's no joke about here. You know, it's important for us, you know, it's important for us to not be weird as hell about here. You know, off the damn, operating off that lust and shit. You know, because that's a serious ass sin, bro. And that shit will turn you into somebody who you are not, bro. Real shit.
Exactly.
You know, you just strayed away from your true self. You just, you know, them porn sites is like selling your soul almost.
Yeah. Turns you into like a sexual freak. You know what I mean? You're not just yourself. You know, myself, since I've been going on semen retention, you know, I feel like I'm really back to my true self. And I've had people tell me that too, bro. So it's not just in my own head. I've had guys, other dudes tell me that. I've had women tell me that. They're like, wow, you know, you really seem like you're actually, you know, really working on yourself this time. You know, because I am, you know, and people can see that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. It's because you're projecting out a whole different level of positive energy now. You know, it's coming from within. You feel me? You went inside and did the shadow work and put in the work on yourself. So when you express yourself openly, it projects, you know, how you are as a person on the inside, and you are a very pure person. Same with me. You know what I mean? It's like I did a lot of work on myself. That's why I'm so open to talk about this shit, you know, because it comes with a lot of work, bro, on yourself. You feel me? And I've had people tell me that I've become way better, and I'm more conversational about shit. You know, I'm not so, you know, not the way I was. You know, I was putting out negative ass energy to where it was real powerful and people could feel that from afar. But now it's entirely different. And people will notice that, because like I said, bro, you project out what's inside of you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And people feel that. Yeah,
people can feel how this is a quote that I've seen recently, and it's people can feel what you feel about you. You know, so however you feel about yourself, you know, you're going to be projecting that out in some form or fashion. You know, the way you speak, your body language, it's very hard to hide that. You know, it's easy for us to like spot if we're speaking to someone who is depressed or going through some stuff. That's why it's so easy for you to detect that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real shit. And what I've noticed, you know, I sit back and think about this all the time. You know, the people that just got ghost out of my life, you know, especially when I started putting God first and doing the right shit. You know what it is, right? when you have people that get ghost on you, it's not that you're doing anything wrong. It's basically them running away from themselves. You know what I'm saying? When they see you putting out this good energy and stuff, it basically makes them feel like they're fake. You know what I'm saying? When you comfortable in your skin and openly speak about God or just anything that's that makes you comfortable, it makes other people feel fake as hell, and then they just get ghost on you because they're running away from themselves.
Yeah, it's like they can't stand the heat in the kitchen, so they get up out of there.
Yeah, bro, it's real bizarre. It's like, yeah, it's just weird. When you start to do better for yourself and come around certain people, bro, they running from themselves so bad to where, they just can't be around a person who is comfortable in their own skin, bro, because they too busy running away from themselves.
Right.
They always want somebody that's real. Oh, I want somebody real, in my life and all this shit. And then as soon as they get it, they can't handle it. They can't deal with it. And it's just too much for people. But it's what they want.
That's true, man. That's what you said. You be going through a lot. You say people will, start to talk to you, and then all of a sudden, you said that you've had that problem. You're too real for people. I can relate. Yeah,
because I'm just be myself, bro. Like, I'm not scared of who I am as a person. I'm real open to talk about things, and it's like when I come around people, they can't be around that for some reason. It's not my fault that I'm comfortable in my own skin and can just talk about my issues like it's nothing. People just cannot deal with that for some reason because it makes them feel fake, bro. It's just weird. It's real weird, bro. This is why I don't have many friends because, yeah, I do, on YouTube and, like-minded spiritual people on there. But in my personal life, all I got is just my real small circle, bro. So it's like, jumping on YouTube is like jumping into the Matrix, bro. As opposed to actually being in your, living in your personal life, as opposed to being in the Matrix, in the YouTube Matrix. It's just totally different. I got people on there, which is cool, but in my personal life, it's entirely different, bro. It's, I know you feel me.
Yeah. At the same time, though, for people like us, I feel like that's what God wants. He wants us to just have a small circle and just to kind of harness, the energy that we're harnessing, because obviously it's from God. You know what I mean? So he wants us to harness this energy, and then, whatever it is that we set out to do, for us, for example, it's our podcast and putting out this message, trying to help other people with semen retention and, telling people to put God first, start reading their Bible, you know what I mean? Just to rock some spiritual death. There's a lot of different ways, but I feel like that's what God wants us to do. Keep a small circle and just stay, you know what I mean? Like homeboy on the bike that you were saying earlier, the tunnel vision, just focus on what you're trying to accomplish, and you know what I mean? It's all going to flower out from there. You know what I mean? I'm sure later down the path, in life, maybe we'll have more people that we're interacting with, but, I totally agree with you right now. It's definitely a small circle, bro, and just focusing and keeping that tunnel vision.
Yeah, bro. It's literally like the movie The Matrix, bro. It literally is. Like they get all dressed up and shit. Or when they jump into the Matrix, when they get plugged into the machine and shit, how they plug that thing in the back of their head or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, they plug that thing in and jump into the Matrix, and they all dressed up in all black clothes and sunglasses and shit. That's how I feel when I get on YouTube, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or any social media, any social media, like I don't even have social media platforms, just Instagram, and I just talk to a couple retainers on there. I really don't have friends on there, but even when I get on that shit, I feel like it's a form of a program, and then when I'm in my personal life, you know, and not on that shit, it's literally like how they are when they're unplugged out of the matrix. You know, just shit is just like way different, bro, as opposed to jumping into this metaverse reality type shit. You feel me?
Yeah, bro.
It's just deep, you know. It's just the way my mind's working. You know, yeah, getting on YouTube is definitely a part of a program as opposed to your personal life. You know, that's why you know, taking a break from that shit right now and just gonna focus on this podcast, bro. You know, I think I'm done showing my face for a bit on there, bro, because it's just, I don't know. It's too much for me right now. You know, I'll be back on there, but I'd rather focus on this podcast, bro, because this is actually my career.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point, bro. I mean, yeah, if you need to take a break, go ahead. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, I could see a future for us with the podcast, you know, because it's a two-man show. You know, we're feeding off of each other, and, you know, we can help each other, you know, reach heights that maybe we couldn't reach by ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why when we eventually get together and start doing the podcast, you know, then we can get the videos up on YouTube. As far as me being by myself doing this shit, I am gonna focus on the podcast career. You know, I done did my purpose as far as showing my face on YouTube and getting looked at by people who want to do better for themselves, people who hate on shit, and obviously people who are just weird as well. You know, you get all that shit. You know, you got all types of people just watching you on YouTube and you don't even know who watching you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Just weird, bro. You know, so I think I'm good on that. I'm gonna just focus on this podcast because this is what God wants me to do.
Yeah, bro. That's what's up.
Bro, did we just freestyle this whole hour?
Yeah, we did.
All right, well, I'm gonna save these topics that I got listed.
That's fun.
You want to do one? Or actually, I'll save all the topics for the next one, bro. For 55, I'll save the ones that we got for this podcast for the next. Sound cool?
That's what I was gonna say. You know, we could just run it back and run those topics back if you got the energy, bro. Because I'm gonna be up. You know, I don't have work tomorrow, but it's on you if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Because I think we're good. This episode was solid as hell. We just freestyled the whole thing.
Let's wrap this one up, bro, and get on to the next one.
All right, my boy. You got anything you want to say to the people on our way out?
Yeah, man. Shout out to all the listeners out there and all the fellow retainers on your journey and on your lonely spiritual samurai pathway. You know, because you's a spiritual warrior out here now, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're on your lonely pathway. You know, you stacking up your spiritual money. You ain't tolerating no bullshit or getting yourself into toxic situations no more. You know, just proud of y'all, bro. You know, good stuff, you know, and I'm going through the same thing. You know, you got to take it day by day out here and make sure you always put the big homie upstairs first and stay tunnel vision. You know, no distractions about here. And much love to you, Sebastian. You know, I'm just grateful for you as a podcast partner, and just grateful to be on this podcast of ours to just express myself for once without being judged by people. You know, God is with me, and He doesn't make me feel like shit. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't make me feel like crap like people do.
Nah, bro. Yeah, it's all love, man. God really appreciates what we're doing, and I really appreciate everything that you have to say, bro, because I was thinking about it today. Like, I feel like you might just be that perfect person for me to where, you know, I can get on the air with you like this, and I can just be myself, bro. I don't know what it is. It must be, it's all spiritual for sure, but there's a reason why me and you are so comfortable and able to talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? It's some spiritual matchmaker type shit, like with just our energy, bro. I don't know how to explain it, but it's deep. You know what I mean? So I'm grateful that, you know, I have you, because, you know, I could get on the air with somebody else and it probably wouldn't come out the same. It's just something about you, bro, where I feel comfortable, you know, able to speak how I've been speaking on here. So it's powerful shit, you know, just very grateful for it. I just love doing these, man. So shout out to everybody that likes to hear what we got to say. And definitely shout out to all the retainers, of course. You know, much love to everybody. And yeah, you know?
Yeah, facts, bro. You know, much love to everybody that's on this crazy ass journey with us. You know, we just, you know, two guys that, you know, got on semen retention, and we see how much it'll change your life. You know, we see how much it will change your life, and we just, you know, God sent us here to just talk about this shit. You know, talk about our semen retention experiences, you know. And if people out there get offended about us talking about our personal experience, you're very weird, bro. You're very weird. But,
yeah, that's some hater stuff.
You know, you're very weird if you get mad at someone talking about their personal experience. We have to make sure we work on ourselves out here. That's very important. All right.
Yeah. All right, bro. That was a great episode. You know, great job, man. And shout out to everybody who's been listening thus far. This has been Unchained Podcast, episode 54. You know what I mean? Much love to everybody. And, you know, on to 55. Martin, much love, bro. And I'll be talking to you, man.
All right, buddy. Much love to you, too. And on to 55, bro. Talk to you later, man.
All right, later.
Later.